What's up, nerds? Welcome to another noisy news week for the week of November 28th, 2025. Here's where I share some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. And I know, we skipped last week's episode, but whatever. It's Thanksgiving time. Time of thanks. Time of forgetting those moments that... forgiving. I corrected myself. Those moments where we miss an episode or two. It's been really busy, and we're preparing for the Game Awards here at the Noisy Pixel Crew HQ. Mark and I will be attending in LA from, December 10th. We are not going to the awards. We're just going to be around talking the talk, playing the game of life. But before I get into the news, a quick word. While I have your attention, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor today, Instant Gaming, to let you know about their Black Friday deals running from November 28th through December 1st. Some early teases reveal huge discounts on games like Doom the Dark Ages, Arc Raiders, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, and I know a lot of you are looking to play that, along with Hollow Knight Silksong and Elden Ring Night Rain. The early list already looks strong, and the prices they're hitting at are pretty tempting even for us on staff. Click, buy, and you're playing in minutes. If you need help, Instant Gaming has human support there 24/7. There's over 15,000 plus discounted games to pick from, and I need to mention that this is not a marketplace as the keys come from original trusted sources. For reassurance, they're rated 4.7 on Trustpilot, making them a partner that we want to get behind. You pay by card or PayPal in your region's currency. Please use our link in the description or pinned comment where every purchase supports this channel. And thanks for watching Noisy Pixel, and thank you to Instant Gaming. So today, let's start off with the big headlines of the week. Valve confirmed that the Steam machine will not be subsidized hardware, which means this thing is going to be priced like a straight-up PC. They're aiming for a price that matches what it would cost to build a similar machine yourself, and yeah, that means we're probably looking at something above $700. As someone who mostly plays on consoles like a true gamer, that's sarcasm, please don't yell at me. This is a little above my head, but the idea is pretty simple. Valve doesn't want you to take a loss, and there's no console-style pricing, but there's no hidden costs behind a digital storefront cut. The machine itself sounds cool. It's quiet, small, fancy, HDMI SEC support. I'm just reading I don't know what CEC HDMI is. It also has Bluetooth for every controller, but just to let you know that this will be a PC priced like a PC, so we'll have more on that soon. Moving on, Cyberpunk 2077 is doing some numbers again. CD Projekt confirmed that the project has now sold 35 million copies, which is wild for something that launched 5 years ago. And let's be honest, it didn't exactly have the smoothest debut. The recent push likely came from the Switch 2 and Mac releases, plus being added to PlayStation Plus. But the studio did come out and say that it is the studio's main revenue stream as of now. They also revealed that Cyberpunk 2 is also picking up steam in development, with over 130 people already working on it, and growing through 2027. Developer Mike Pondsmith dropped a couple hints as well, where there's a new city alongside Night City described as Chicago Gone Wrong, which feels like streaming on brand. Keanu Reeves also came out and said that he wouldn't mind coming back as Johnny Silverhand, which I'm not saying no, but don't expect this anytime soon, as CD Projekt Red is deep into development of The Witcher 4, and Cyberpunk 2 seems like pointed at a 2030 release at the earliest. Moving on, Ubisoft is feeling pretty good right now after reporting stronger than expected financial results, and a lot of that seems to come from Assassin's Creed still doing Assassin's Creed things. Mirage hit a new milestone of 10 million players, which is great to see from the series' smaller back-to-basics entry. I should note that maybe that Saudi-funded Valley of Memory DLC didn't have a negative impact on the game like some thought it would, but hey, I'm not one to say. But then there's Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft didn't give new numbers, which is always a little suspicious, but they did say it's benefiting from New Game Plus and the Claws of Awaji expansion that just came out. And sure, there's also some betting on the Switch 2 release to give it a boost, and yes, I still think Shadows is a great game. I can't deny the fun that I had, just like some gamers can't deny their hatred for that game, or for this show. But hey, I digress. We're all doing what we can around here. Happy Thanksgiving. Moving on. Over to the update side of things, let's talk Dead or Alive, because I actually got to bring this one straight from the source. I spoke with Fumiko Yusada, head of Team Ninja and producer of Nioh 3, and of course, I had to ask the question every DOA fan has been quietly screaming for the past probably 5 years. Is Dead or Alive happening before the decade ends? And that answer was very Team Ninja. There's no concrete plans, but also they didn't give me a hard no, which is surprising given that I was expecting the PR to just give me one of those the entire time. Yasuda-san said that the studio aims to release one new title each year, with 3 to 4 big projects in development at any given time, and he did say that DOA could fit into that plan, or it might not, but basically, we are in limbo. But at least it's still part of the conversation over there. Still keeping it close to Team Ninja, Koei Tecmo also released a new Atelier Ryza ASMR audio experience on DL site called Healing Rest and Tomorrow's Promise. This is set in the Atelier Ryza 3 era, with Ryza heading back to Kirkin Island and sharing a calm moment with Claudia in their old hideout. This is an all ages version, but I do hear that they get a little close in that hideout. As we know, as the real fans know, Ryza and Claudia, there's something there. Sus. I'm on to you, Koei Tecmo and Gust. The audio is fully voiced by voice actor Yuri Noguchi and includes 5 tracks plus bonus lap pillow ear cleaning scenes, because of course it has to. So if you want to find me this weekend, you know where I'll be. Tales fans finally got the news they've been waiting for. Yes, Bandai Namco announced Tales of Berseria Remastered, launching February 26th, 2026 on PS5, Switch, Xbox Series, and PC. The remastered packs in over 70 pieces of DLC from the original release and brings a huge suite of quality of life upgrades. You can turn off enemy encounters, speed up movements, unlock the grade shop from the start, auto pick up items, and mark objectives more clearly on the map. Still, I should note that Bandai also confirmed that the censored scene from the 2017 Western release will remain unchanged here, so there's no restoration of the original impalement scene, which was expected but still notable. The Steam page also revealed the developers are using DAG for the development, and overall the game looks fine. It's a modernized version of one of the best Tales games. You can't go wrong. Next up, to celebrate its 3rd anniversary, Christberry dropped new DLC for The Last Command on Steam called Last Command B-Side. If you've missed this one, it's a 2D action game that mixes bullet hell patterns with classic Snake mechanics. It's pretty wild, but super satisfying once it clicks during gameplay. The new chapter focuses on Honest escaping a secret lab and learning more about her past, with new bosses inspired by crowdfunding backer ideas. The original release launched back in 2022 after hitting 1,900% of its funding goal, and it now sits at 75,000 copies sold with an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. And if you want to catch up to the entire series, there's a new anniversary bundle combined in the base game. On to some more announcement. Tai Games is back with a new look at Zoopunk, their new 3D action adventure starring Rayton. It's a rabbit with a sword. This character is leading a crew of animal heroes against a full mechanical army. It's coming to Xbox Series and PC for now, and we got to see an extended gameplay that finally gives us a better idea of what they're building. This is the same developer from Fist forged in Shadow Torch, but I should mention that this is using some generative AI throughout the entire game, and it's this developer's attempt to show the gaming industry how you can blend the two. I don't think they did any notable layoffs that I've heard of, but we'll follow this closely. But let me know what you think about covering AI games and generative AI in the comments below, because I am curious about what our community feels about this. But moving on still, Eclipse Glow Games dropped a new trailer for Tides of Annihilation, and it gives us the best look yet at its action-focused gameplay. The big gameplay reveal here, though, is the dual frontline battle system, where you can command spectral knights alongside Gwendolyn, and the trailer shows her and a companion tag teaming to break Tyrone's defenses. More knights will be revealed soon, but the developer isn't ready to name them yet. The story still centers on Gwendolyn as a character exploring 2 versions of a ruined London as humanity's last survivor. This is a very ambitious and stylish game, and we'll definitely keep you updated on it. Next up, Square Enix shared a new interview for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, and producer Takeshi Ichikawa went deep on how they rebuilt the 2000 classic. He said that the original mix of grounded characters and darker emotional arcs shaped how this team approached the remake. One big priority was fixing the opening. He admitted that he couldn't finish the intro as a kid, so now the remake gets you into the battles and systems way faster. It's good to note that the story structure has also been reworked. 7 arcs were reviewed, where 4 are now optional. 3 were removed entirely, and new episodes were added to flesh out party relationships. There are also new scenes about Maribel's childhood, and even a scenario with adult Kiefer. Visually, the team leaned into a handmade doll-like style inspired by stop motion. They even used physical dolls. Exploration also features some diorama-style camera angles to keep things readable to all players. The remake itself aims to be more approachable for younger players or anyone new to the genre, and it's releasing on February 5th, 2026 on Switch, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. We'll see you there. Some good news for the Baka Boys. Level Infinite is teaming up with ShiftUp again, and this time to publish Project Spirits, a new cross-platform title coming to PC, consoles, and mobile. It's built in Unreal Engine 5 and co-developed with Tencent's Yongjing Interactive. This tells me that there's probably more funding in this game than in Goddess of Victory Nikki, which is also a pretty good game. You see, developer ShiftUp has made a good name for himself after the release of Stellar Blade in 2024, and Goddess of Victory Nikki went global. The company itself even went public last year, so seeing them move towards larger multi-platform projects does make sense. Project Spirits has no gameplay or release window, but ShiftUp is known for stylish characters and flashy action, so expectations are already pretty high. At least they are for me, but let me know if you're looking forward to more news from this new game in the comments below. But not before we go into the next news story, where Sega has finally detailed the big Yakuza anniversary updates coming, and there's a lot happening on December 8th, so here we go. First, Yakuza 0 is getting delisted, gone, and replaced, you see, with Yakuza 0 Director's Cut on PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. This is a new version. We did review this on the site. They added some stuff to it. But if you already own the game digitally, you can actually upgrade to the newer version. Otherwise, it's like $50, but there's no save transfer. So I don't know how this is going to affect the community, because I see a lot of camps saying that the Director's Cut version is fine and the Yakuza 0 version could be updated. But let me know if this is affecting you, or if this is going to kind of crazy. You're totally removing a product, you know? It's a game. Someone worked on it. And moving on, Opus Prism Peak has been delayed from fall 2025 to March 2026. Shueisha Games said that they're in the final stretch and need more time to polish everything so it lands where they want. They apologized, but also made it clear that the extra months will help the game hit its full version. If you haven't been following this one, it's a story-driven adventure where you play as a middle-aged photographer dealing with a pile of unfulfilled dreams. A trip back home goes sideways and leaves him trapped in this surreal mountain realm full of animal spirits. Your camera becomes your lifeline as you uncover the world's mysteries and build a bond with a girl who has lost her memory. We'll have more news on this game as we get a release date, but we have a preview on the website now, so be sure to check that out. Alright, now we're going to get into some visual novel news. There's a lot. Oh, for a couple games. We'll get into it. Let's go. Visual novels. Let's dive into the whole block of Steins Gate news that we got from Mages and Spike Chunsoft, because they've been pretty busy. First, Steins Gate ReBoot has been delayed to 2026. The developers apologized, but said they want to make the remake as polished and satisfying as possible. They shared new character art, screenshots, and comparisons showing how much they've updated the presentation. For those who don't know, ReBoot is a new retelling of the original game with updated visuals, new story additions, and revamped UI. Spike Chunsoft has already confirmed that the Western release for this game will be in 2026. But also we got the first gameplay and scene featuring Okabe and Mayuri in English. But the core premise is still the same here, where accidental time-altering messages, CERN getting involved, and Okabe dealing with the emotional weight of shifting between world lines. But the art in the overhaul is pretty massive, with character sprites creating a huge resolution for the new event scenes. But that's not the end of the Steins Gate news, because at We Play 2025, producer Tatsuya Matsubara and writer Nayotaka Hayashi shared even more. You see, ReBoot actually uses Elite script as the base, but adds a brand new ending and also a theme song. They also confirmed that there's new scenes, new locations, and even a darker, moodier environmental art. And to cap off this week's science adventure block, fans should rest easy knowing that Hayashi and Shikara-san have already started work on the next entry in the series, so we look forward to covering that soon. But more visual novel news. Jast announced that Machine Child is coming west in 2026 for PC via Steam and Jast Store. This one actually just launched in Japan last month, with the English version already in the final stretch of development. If you're into daughter-raising sims like Princess Maker or even needy streamer Overload, this is definitely in that camp of games. It's not an arage. I wrote this article, and man, it picked up on Twitter scarily. Got like 8,000 likes or something. Jesus Christ. It's a cool looking game though. Definitely looking forward to it. But the jury's still out on why this game is getting so much attention, but let me know in the comments below. Moving on, something that got a lot of traffic this week, and we'll definitely be covering more of, is Magical Girl Witch Trials getting a North American release. In a Famitsu interview, the developer said that the game's success completely exceeded their expectations. It launched in July and now has over 200,000 copies sold by October, and has more than 15,000 Steam reviews with an overwhelmingly positive rating. That momentum actually led the creators to form Acacia Games as the new studio to support the upcoming Switch version in spring 2026, and now they even are pushing towards a broader audience. An English release has not been confirmed yet, but the phrasing might make it seem very likely. The visual novel shows 13 girls facing deadly witch trials in a style that blends Madoka Magica vibes with Danganronpa structure. And We hope it comes west. Next up for visual novels, Aquaplus announced a brand new Tawaru Momono RPG. It's titled Shido I no Michishirubi. I'll stop there. It's coming in 2026 on Switch 2, PS5, and PC. We got to see some new screenshots of the cast alongside comparisons to art from Monochrome Mobius. It looks pretty good, but speaking of Mobius, Aquaplus also confirmed that Monochrome Mobius Rights and Wrongs Forgotten is releasing on Switch 2. Mobius originally released on the 20th anniversary project, though it's nice to see both entries getting renewed attention, and we'll definitely cover more as more news is announced. And to wrap up this extra long show, sorry Mark for all the edits, we got one more story, let's go. Developer Santa Regioni revealed that their new game Horses has been banned from Steam before release. And after 2 years of appeals, Valve still won't allow it on their platform. The game launches on December 2nd for $5 everywhere else, like Epic, GOG, Humble, and Itch. Valve actually told the team that the game contained disallowed themes but never actually clarified what triggered the ban. The developers insist that there's no sexual content involving minors and that all characters are adults. They even revived an early scene to avoid any misread implications, but Steam never confirmed whether this was the issue. The developer calls this decision opaque, inconsistent, and harmful, especially since Steam allows all other kinds of explicit games while blocking this one. Some of them we've even covered here. And that's it. That's the news. Thank you so much for hanging out. Happy Thanksgiving. This means a lot to me. I'm thankful for whoever watched this far.
Noisy Pixel.